So good noon to all. A very warm welcome to all the attendees of this session. And it's now time to introduce the speaker of the day, Dr. Laviraj Gupta, Executive Dean, Faculty of Technology and Sciences, Lovely Professional University. He holds a PhD in bioinformatics. He did his MTech in computer-aided design and creative graphics from IIT Kanpur and BE Honors Mechanical Engineering from MITS Gwalior. Having a flair of endless learning, has done 40 plus certifications and specializations in IoT, augmented reality, gamification, machine learning from University of California, deep learning, artificial intelligence. His research interests are in the areas of robotics, mechatronics, bioinformatics, Internet of Things, AI, machine learning using TensorFlow, and gamification. 85 plus published patents. Some of them are Bagomoto, Powerless, Lift Mechanism, Sitter by the Posture Proctor, and many more. I welcome you, sir. We also have
Thank
with
you.
us Ms. Kavisha, assistant professor, having 8+ years of experience pursuing PhD in gamification, having more than 12 international publications and won Best Smart Education Award from Ministry of Urban Affairs. So I welcome you, madam. She'll be handling the admissions and the scholarship part. And it's now over to Dr. Laviraj Gupta for the content of the day. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Rishi. Thank you, Ms. Kavisha, for joining us. Today, I'm going to touch base upon two prime things. The very first thing which I'm going to touch base upon would be who you are, you as an individual, because you belong to a specific generation of the mankind. When I say specific generation, I'm very clear stating that you have a specific lifestyle, you follow a particular way of learning, you follow a particular way of expression. You are the generation Z. So I'll be talking about generation Z, who you are, and then I'll be talking about how, along with you as a generation, technology has grown so far. I'll also talk about how technology is going to create paradigmatic shifts in times to come. Once we weave all these three things together, then you'll be able to understand the basic credo of ours. We talk about learn, explore, grow, and then finally excel. You'll not be able to comprehend these words together until and unless first you understand who you are, what basically your attributes are, your capacities, your capabilities are, how the technology is actually changed or evolved, what is the basic expectation, how the technology is wanting generation Z to be prepared, to be ready, to be geared up to craft future technology of tomorrow. That's the power, and that's what I'm going to cover up. And then finally I'll talk about that what LPU has in store for you in order to scaffold your generation Z ideologies, in order to assist you learn and understand the present technology and explore the futuristic shift in the technology. Let's begin. Let me begin. There's a very small generation definition. People who are born between 1928 to 1945, they're called as silent generation. Baby boomers came after that. Then came generation X. Possibly I belong to generation X because I was born in between 1965 to 1980. And then came the millennials. Now these millennials were the people who joined or who were born somewhere around 1997 or later than that, the people with the age having 21 and below belongs to this kind of generation, and you all are Generation Z. Let's understand what this Generation Z is. See, you all are tech savvy, means you want digital touch points. Everything should be digital around you. Everything should be screen specific, screen oriented around you. You're uh, very much, very much wanting that everything should be faster. Everything should be readily available. Everything should be available whenever and wherever it is required. You are difficult to a little to be brought into satisfactory kind of a zone because you want personalization of everything. As an individual, all the Generation Z people, they want everything personalized. Even if it is a shopping website, you want it to be more personalized and customizable, so that you can only meant for you only. You're socially very active. There's no doubt about it, because because of the ease of accession of the data, because of the availability of the platforms wherein you can participate, pitch in, and you can put forward your point of views with different variety of people coming from different backgrounds, coming from different countries. For you, this is one of the biggest attributes which you come along with. You're socially very active, very, very active. You always seek interconnectivity, meaning thereby you want seamless access, meaning thereby there should not be even a call drop, there should not be, a data dredging, or there should not be any kind of, data packet missing while you are interacting, while you are accessing the information, and you want omni-channel kind of an access. The one very important attribute in you is that you seek comprehensive coverage. You're very particular about the comprehensive, or you're very, very particular about that you want everything in fullest of it. This makes you an individual who can take end-to-end risk and create risk solutions for that. Let's see the Gen Z, based on the data, based on the based on the attributes, and based on uh, loads of people being surveyed around. You're natural entrepreneurs. 17% of you are natural entrepreneurs, meaning thereby you have that zeal, you have got that, you have got that inner feeling to start your own business. And you do not, most of you do not want to be a job seeker. You want to become a job giver. You're tech experts, all of you. Since your childhood, you have been using technology rigorously. Think of times when you were born, when you were 2 years or 3 years of age, and you were using the mobile phones to the fullest of it. At the age of 3, you were very well versed with the mobile phone, its usage, and even the nitty-gritties of the applications which you were using, games you were using. You basically are people power. You're most concerned about boosting that people management skills. You're focused on that, how to manage people, how to, because this comes from one of your attributes, that you're socially very active. So you're absolutely geared up that to whom to talk to, in what fashion, so that there comes a friendliness, bliss among yourselves. Now, for people like you, who are tech savvy, who wants everything personalized, who are very well connected, and who are socially very active, the technology has evolved similarly. As you have evolved from generation maybe X to generation Y to millennials to Gen Z, the technology has also evolved similarly. So we need to understand where the technology is around. Now, for you, or in your era, in the era of Gen Z, computational bliss is available. Even your mobile phones, small little mobile phones, has got humongous computational capabilities and power. So we have the computational bliss available for us. We've got connectivity everywhere. You you are connected wherever you are, and you can get connected to any of the resources worldwide. The information is available in abundance for any one of us. And Generation Z like you are completely ready to use this information to convert it into knowledge and finally to wisdom. You believe in transdisciplinary collaboration, even if you belong to a sports kind of a individual, or a movie kind of an individual, or a technology kind of an individual. You always want some collaboration. Even if you are into technology, or even if you are into sports, you are actually going to talk to people from biomechanics or something like that, so that you can collaborate and harness the best of your capacities and capabilities. One very, very important thing which I adore for Generation Z, that you have that logic brilliance already built in your DNA. All the Generation Z students or people, they are logically brilliant, and the technology is very much there to support the logical brilliance which Generation Z has. Everything for you as Gen Z is available 24 by 7 into 365. You can go deep down to seconds and nanoseconds and microseconds also. Everything is available there. So, the very first thing which comes out of the Generation Z ideology and the technology, how the technology is in the present scenario. What is happening is that data is being generated. Right now, when I'm talking to you, the loads of data is being generated out of whatever I'm speaking, whatever I'm presenting. The data is being generated. Now, this generation of data is mind blowing right now, because there are whole loads of Netflix hours watching. There are text messages being flown here and there, WhatsApp messages, Google searches, and Instagram and whatnot is happening around. Facebook logins and likes, loads of data being generated. Now, for Generation Z, it is not just simply that you generate the data. For you, the biggest opportunity is to use that data meaningfully, to create societal wonders, to disrupt. When I talk about data, and when I say data, and data is all around us, the biggest paradigmatic shift which happened is because of COVID-19. During the period of COVID-19, whatsoever is written on the screen, that the Netflix watching hour or the WhatsApp messages flowing around here and there and Facebook login, it has actually grown maybe 3 times or 10 times because of the restrictions imposed by COVID. People were staying at home, so the Netflix and the usage of text messages or WhatsApp or Google search or internet or shopping on Amazon kind of websites grew to an extent. When it grew to an extent, the generation of the data, the pace of the generation of data got multiplied by 3 times or 4 times. So when you have data, basically the very first thing what you need is to store this data, and thus a career opportunity for you is available in cloud computing, wherein you talk about storage, wherein you talk about uh, private clouds or public clouds, wherein you talk about cloud computing or fog computing or edge computing kind of thing. So that opportunities come in handy for Generation Z, because data is being populated. So you need to store that data, categorize that data, you need to mine that data uh, appropriately. When data is there, when there is a stored data available, then it gives you an opportunity to do the analysis, to do the visualization, to do the storage in the best possible way. And then comes the opportunity in big data and cloud. Then comes the the pertinent part. You have got the data. As I said earlier, data itself is not going to work. because data would get stored. Maybe you can store that data efficiently, effectively, intelligently. But until and unless you create information out of that data, and finally that information is converted to a knowledge, then nothing is going to happen. So there is another opportunity for you to work in data analytics. Basically, you have got the data is being generated every now and then. The data is being generated from anywhere and everywhere. The data is being generated. Now you need to extract information out of it, plain and simple. If you get the data of last seen status of individuals, individuals WhatsApp, then you can create a biological clock of that individual, that where and at what point of time he or she is most active. That is given by data analytics, and this is one of the most important carriers around. But when all this data is there, the most important career which has emerged in past 1 decade is the data security, because you need to keep this data secure. It's not just simply storing the data, it's not just simply converting that data into information or knowledge. It is more of securing that data, because even if you have created the information, and if that information goes into wrong hands, you need to secure it from that particular thing. Another brilliant thing which has happened along with the evolution of generation Z. Now devices are talking to each other. Two devices, they talk to each other. Now when these devices are talking to each other, they generate data. But not only they generate data, they basically create opportunities for you to work on. As I said earlier, that when two devices are talking to each other, then they need to have a platform, they need to have a framework wherein the used data can be used for taking decisions. Say for example, your washing machine is talking to your mobile phone, and your mobile phone instructs that washing machine that at 10 o'clock you need to start in a particular mode. Now, this can only be done with various layers and tiers of cloud computing where the data is stored. Either you take the data from cloud and give the instructions to the washing machine, or you just create a fog, which is not the entire cloud. You create a segment out of the cloud, you create a virtual segment out of the cloud, making the delay in the process of instruction shared between two devices easier. People are not talking about edge computing or edge devices, wherein the device itself has got the capability and capacity to take the decisions on their own based on certain scenarios and situations. Now, when this is there, when two devices are talking to each other, artificial intelligence comes into picture, because there is a need. When I said that a device should be capable of taking its own decision, it is all algorithmic, and you need to work on algorithms which makes devices more intelligent, which makes devices more smart. Therein the synthetic cognizance comes into picture. All these robotics, all these devices, believe me, your mobile phone has got loads of algorithms and logic sitting and is supporting you. I'll give you a very plain and simple example. Even if you search anything in your mobile, even if you search a friend's phone number, this is not a just plain simple heuristic kind of earlier search that it is searching. Now if you type AL, it'll actually take all the names starting from AL, but it'll also take up names which have got AL in between somewhere. It'll enlist AL coming prior, AL coming in the middle, AL coming in the end, kind of thing. Now that's where the opportunity is knocking your door. Smart homes are creating wonders. We all know that what is going to happen. I'm going to talk about this. But when all this data is now being used to take decisions, is now secured, as I was talking earlier also, you need to actually create an authentication mechanism. That there has to be an authentication that yes, the instruction from a device to a device, or from a process to a device, has come, is really coming from an authenticated source only. And thus there is a grand opportunity for you in blockchain technology, which is one of the most upcoming kind of technology. And this all, I call it as the era of Industry 4.0. Generation Z is the human oriented generation, but in today's context, the machines, the devices, and the processes, or any of the manufacturing process or industry is under the gamut of Industry 4.0. Let's talk about what does this Industry 4.0 means. So there is a fourth revolution which is happening around us. The first revolution in industrial processes, it began, that is known as Industry 1.0. It began when people started using water and steam for producing something. They started mechanizing the production, because earlier it was done all by hands. Even the smith was beating up and creating maybe the metallic objects. Then people started using water and steam. This was Industry 1.0. This was the first revolution which happened in the industry. The second came when people started using electric power. That was Industry 2.0. And when electric power came into picture, mass production was the definition of the industry. They started producing in masses. Earlier, it was batch production. Till 1.0, it was batch production. And from second revolution, Industry 2.0, it began like a mass production. Then came the third revolution, which was including electronics and information technology and automating production. But now, Generation Z and we all are under the gamut of Industry 4.0. Now, this Industry 4.0 is completely based on device talking to devices. Whole load of automation is now gone into production. And this all has happened because of digitalization. And this gave rise to one of the most preeminent happenings in the history of mankind, and that those are known as cyber physical systems. Now, these cyber physical systems are any of the devices which are basically connected to the entire world through internet, any of the device which is connected and has got the capacity and capability of taking its own decisions based on the algorithms which are running inside it. They're known as the cyber physical systems. Whole lot of opportunity for Gen Z is really yielded by Industry 4.0, because now you need to develop cyber physical systems which are smart enough, which are intelligent enough, which are resource efficient enough to give mankind the ease of working. And this all happened because any of the device, anything, any of the device is connected, any one is connected, any service, any business is connected, any path, any network is connected, any context, anywhere you are connected. And this gave rise to another wonderful, framework, another wonderful technological shift which has happened, and that is known as the IoT. People are now talking about the next generation of IoT. People are talking about IoE or IoTT. IoE is Internet of Everything, not just simply things, Internet of Everything. Uh, so what happened is that then you had this awesomeness. Now this entire IoT framework, cyber physical systems, and Industry 4.0, the fourth revolution, created certain awesomeness. Now this awesomeness is, now you have smart homes. There's no further definition or something like that. People are very conversant about smart homes. You have Alexas, and you have got Siris, and you've got Cortanas around you to help you out. People have smart healthcare is there. Past 1.5 years, we have been seeing this thing very importantly, very pertinently, that smart healthcare has played a vital role, very important role. Smart healthcare has played a very important role in curing the disease. In When I say curing the disease, the drug discovery, the drug scheduling, and the drug designing, only happened because of the technology. Earlier, for a pandemic situation, the drugs used to take around 12 to 15 years, but now in just 12 to 15 months, we had the vaccination or drug available with us. This all happened because of the awesomeness of the technology. People are also looking to smart highways. Yeah, believe me, it's no more a fiction that if you pass by any of these highway or expressway, your vehicle velocity, your vehicle speed, and your maneuvering style is being regulated and monitored using these smart highways. People also talk. This is this is one of the most upcoming opportunities for Gen Z, that people are now talking about smart agriculture. They use satellite images, and these satellite images, they give the information about the NPK content, moisture content in the soil, and they give the decision that for this particular type of soil you need to sow this kind of a crop to have the best yield out of it. They also regulate the growth of the crop by using various sensors. They use drones to to inspect the crop, to spray the insecticides, pesticides, or any nutrients, which are very smart and intelligent. That it is neither the overdose or not the underdose which is happening. Smart devices, starting from your toothbrush to maybe your home automation systems, like Alexa or Siri, are now no more fiction or a story. They are very much there and are being used by us. Some of the best examples of these smart devices or awesomeness. Look to the kind of phone which has evolved in just past 5 years, the kind of phones, the kind of applications for the phones. Even if you look to applications like Arogya Setu, if you look to applications like Uber, Zomato, they have made this human life experience a sea change. That is where you have that career opportunities available for you. You can work on embedded systems, you can work on signal image processing. As I was talking about, you can work on cloud, you can work on big data, you can work on data analytics, you can work on cybersecurity, you can work on blockchain technologies, you can work on artificial intelligence, machine learning, you can work on, embedded systems, wireless communication, signal and image processing. IoT, IoE is one of the prime areas of working. Robotics and automation is there and will be there for the future. And the industry 4.0 is going to actually shift to industry 5.0 very fast. And people will be needing professionals who understand these basic skills. Now, this has become the basic skills for an individual. Tomorrow is is going to be marvelous. Technology wise, it is going to be marvelous. People are going to talk about augmented reality and virtual reality, so that the experiences become flawless. People are talking about child AI, baby AI. The artificial intelligent algorithms creates their own algorithms without human intervention. I can say that if I might have been talking in 2019, these are technologies of tomorrow, but by now they have taken quite a good shape. And this is where your career is. The the futuristic healthcare, the agriculture, the precision agriculture, the smart agriculture, the smart highways, the smart automotive technology, and now we have seen the wonders of technology happening. We have seen people going to space. You might have seen the Blue Origins launch. You might have seen the SRVs launch and things like that. Now, this is the power of technology. This is where the Gen Z needs to be trained for. We at LPU, what we at LPU have to basically, to harness the best of the capabilities and to keep you abreast with the technology of today and to keep you ready for the technology of tomorrow. Let me talk about the very first thing. What we have is the mindset, because our credo, our punchline is think big, and we truly follow this word called think big. Because if you're not thinking big, you are not thinking future. You're you'll have to think future. You do not have to just simply look to what the present technology is. You need to be following meticulously and religiously what is going to come up tomorrow. Then only you can succeed. And people who think big can only do that. Because we give you an opportunity for academics and evenly bundled extracurricular activities and exposures at in one go. At LPU, we have the curriculum which is completely aligned with the industry's expectation, the futuristic expectation. We will let you participate in loads of extracurricular activities, and we'll give you loads of exposure of people coming and talking to you, celebrities coming and talking to you. I'll show some of them, and you'll be exposed to national and international events, and you are going to participate with those events. Because we have taken a mandate that all our classes would have exemplary examples. The course is built upon examples which are taken from real life, not just the bookish ones, but real life examples. Our labs are fabulous laboratories and infrastructure in association with the industry. We have got associative partners and center of excellences from all the Googles and Texas Instruments or Cadence of this world, and we believe in an ideology of solving to evolving, because we consider that numericals may not suffice that much. So we give you an ideology, we give you a temperament of solving problems based on the situations given to you. Your assignments would be around, situations. You'll have to extract problem statements out of it, and then you can do wonders. Some of the examples, we have created this flying farmer, and this is now productized. It has gone from mine to market. People are eagerly wanting it as a product. It's a drone which can go up to a field, identify weeds, and sprinkle the weedy side onto the weed itself, reducing the wastage of weedy side and enhancing the productivity and yield of that particular crop. We also have a driverless solar-powered bus. This is a wonderful project done by our students. We also have done loads of innovations during this COVID era. We created Kavach. We created Ali. Now this Ali is a smart bin, which basically is a self-driven automated dustbin, which can collect dustbin from dust or maybe uh, objects from the COVID ward, so that human intervention and the challenges of getting infected are resolved by and large. We have created, novel AI-based interface to detect COVID from CT scans. Now about the infrastructure, we've got wonderful labs. You can have all high-end equipments like STEM, scanning electron microscope, traversing electron microscope, or maybe X-ray diffractometer. We have got IMAC labs and wonderful computational facilities is available. We have got even the high performance computing stations available. We've got IoT labs. We've got labs around, we have CNC, VMC, vertical milling center. We have got this aerofoil, aeroduct, and wind tunnel kind of thing, which is very important for mechanical engineering and aerospace. We have got auditoriums. I'm showing you. We have got wonderful computer lab with high-end computing facilities. Library is enriched with the printed books, the journals, the e-books and whatnot. We also focus, as I said, that we'll give you a holistic exposure. So academics, extracurricular, and exposure. We have a wonderful, huge, humongous sports arena in which you have got multiple squash courts, basketball courts, and an Olympic size all-weather swimming pool with the, shooting ranges. And this all is supported. This all is backed up by industry tie-up. When I say that you need to be future ready, you need to have presence of the industry in all facets: curriculum design, curriculum delivery, problem sharing, and finally the internships and onboarding. Miss Kavisha is going to talk about. We have certain programs which we are running with the with the mega industries, so that you are immersed with that industry and you are ready for the future. We have tie-ups with Cisco, Cadence, Oracle, Google, Microsoft, and whatnot. We also have tie-ups with huge systems, Intel, Texas Instruments. We are members of all the most wonderful societies available technically: ISEC, CII, Young Indians, Computer Society, IEEE, ASME, and so on and so forth. Uh, and we provide you loads of exposure. I talked about academics. I talked about uh, the extracurricular. I am talking about the exposure. We'll give you loads of opportunity to participate, because this FE cycle, this is an international FE cycle event which happens at the campus only. So you can participate in any of the form: as a volunteer, as a designer, as a winner. You can participate in that. We also have go-karting. These are some of the few. These are possibly one or two of the hundreds of such competitions which we have. And in this, almost all the engineering colleges, or almost all the engineering disciplines of this country, and maybe from the nearby countries, participate. So you get that exposure, that what other people are doing. When I say exposure, you'll meet loads of visionaries. We had the privilege of hosting Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, and once you listen to him, your mindset for future is completely geared. You're enthusiastic enough to do wonders for the society, because his thoughts are are futuristic. He pumps in that energy in Generation Z or Generation Y or Generation X, that everybody loves to do something new. We You can see loads of celebrities, starting from central ministers to film stars and whatnot, and this is what we call as an exposure. You will be given loads of opportunity to present your projects whatsoever you are doing, not just simply in the final year. Every year you'll be given an opportunity in a project expo to showcase your work to industry experts, so that you can come to know that where you can modify, where there is a scope of improvement. So loads of celebrities, they enthrall this campus quite a lot. Uh, Having said that, all these brilliant things have resulted in accolades and wonders. In Times Higher Education ranking, which is the world's best ranking, we are in the top 200, and only three Indian universities are in top 200, and we are in the top 200 of Times Higher Education ranking. Now, this is what something with Generation Z would matter for. We have got students. This is just one of the bright child we had, and she got 42 lakh rupees package by Microsoft. We have got similar success stories. If I start talking about the success stories, I might take even 2 days to talk about them. This is one of the biggest things which have happened very recently. Nothing succeeds like success. I've given it a name. That 11 LPU students out of a contingent of somewhere around 110, 11 participants or 11 team members who participated in Tokyo Olympics are LPU students. It's 10%. And these 11 LPU students brought 9 medals. 7 members of the Indian hockey team are LPU students. The wrestler, Mr. Bajrang Punia, is our student, and topping on top of anything and everything, the gold medalist, the golden boy who has made the entire country proud, Neeraj Chopra, is again our student. So this is the resultant of thinking big, academics going hand in hand with extracurricular activities and exposure. This makes you ready for future. So Generation Z should be ready not just simply for Industry 4.0, they should be well geared up to handle Industry 5.0 and the technologies who are going to come tomorrow. So I'll say, get ready to get amazed when you are here at LPU. This is what you're going to do is you're going to get amazed by each and everything around you. I wish you all the very best. Good luck and Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was wonderful watching you talking on Generation Z, computational place, evolution and revolution, and much more. Thank you so much, sir. So, can we take up a few of the questions, sir, from the
Sure,
attendees?
sure.
So, we have Navneet Singh with us. I would like to give him the rights. Navneet Singh, I have given you the rights. Please unmute yourself and put in your question to our experts. Navneet, are you there? Please unmute yourself, Navneet Singh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, good afternoon, sir and ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Yes, sir. My question was to you is that I just wanted to know that we, the Gen Z of today's modern world, can we get a chance to be placed in the company named Tesla Motors in the near future from LPU? Because Tesla is a growing company, we all know that, and it's also going to make an entry in India. So I think that LPU will surely be in partnership with it in the near future, and it will also give us good placements.
Sure, why
So
not? Why not? See,
yes, sir.
be it Tesla of the world, be it Google of the world, be it Facebook of the world,
Yes,
they all see to the success stories, and then they themselves come for the partnership. Because who will not want wonderful professionals, wonderfully trained professionals to join their team? This is what happens. The success story of children like Tanya, the success stories of Neeraj Chopra, or many more. And LPU students are doing wonders, even if they are in companies like Capgemini or TCS or Google. They're doing
yes, sir.
wonders there because of their
Yes.
readiness, because of what I talked about:
Hmm.
academics, extracurricular, and exposure. So they're
Yes.
prepared, and people out there, they respect them, they adore them, they adore their readiness. And why not? The moment Tesla comes over here, we'll shake hands with Tesla. And believe me, when I say you to be future ready for Industry 5.0, LPU has to be also ready for industries like Tesla.
Wonderful, sir. I
Yes,
hope,
sir. Thank you
Navneet,
for
you are happy with the answer.
that. Yes, I'm satisfied with the answer. Thank you for
Thank you.
answering, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. So I would request all the attendees to raise your hand through the interface so that I'll come to know that you need to talk to, you are willing to talk to our experts. So I'm waiting for that. Meanwhile, I'm taking a question in the text form which has come to me. Uh, Sir Grishma wants to know how hands-on learning can be embedded in online mode.
Mhm. Okay. See, when people are talking about online, and online is deteriorating the hands-on and the experiential learning part of it. In the very initial stages, we crafted a copyrighted ideology or a framework called Experience It Yourself, EIY. And in that EIY, our faculty members, they went to the industry, small little industries like brick making industry, chain making industry, uh, pavement making industry. They shot the entire video, and those splits of the video are given as a homework to the student when he or she is studying there. And then the discussion happens on that process, and then the student sitting at home is given a task maybe related to bricks, maybe related to chains, maybe related to any other technology like that. That is one part of it. And second part of it is that there are a whole load of simulators available, like simulators for circuits. Even if you want to work for Arduino, there is a simulator available, and there is a participative simulators available. We use them. There are virtual labs available, that if you want to conduct an experiment on four probe identification, there's a virtual lab available. I do understand, I really do understand that, touching a probe and uh, interacting with a probe on system, they're two different things. But still, we are not going to stop ourselves because of this uh, unprecedented times waged by COVID-19. You'll be given loads of assignments which are activity based, and we have designed those assignments which you do at home, and that will give you the fervor, that will give you the excitement of experiential learning. Believe in that design.
Thank you
Hope
so
I have
much.
answered.
Yeah, Krishma, you should feel motivated by the answer given by Dr. Laviraj Gupta. So we'll take one more question before we move on to Ms. Kavisha for the next presentation. Uh, Prabal, Prabal wants to know what type of projects are required to be handled by the students at LPU. Are they live? What percentage of them are live?
Okay, I'll tell you what we are recently doing, and we are deploying it today itself in the industry. We have got a very good connect with the small, medium scale industries around. And our faculty members, our students, they go over there, they talk to them, and they identify their pain points. And those pain points are then converted into projects of the student. And these projects, they are then deployed back. This is one of the frameworks I'm talking about. When I say that I've got association with the industry, now this industry association is not just simply to put their logo on the screen. This industry association is that for all your academic processes happening, for all your continuous assessment happening, or any minor project or major project happening, the company like Google or Oracle or EMC Square would craft a situation which they have faced in their organization, and that will be brought in here for the students to solve. So this is a bliss, which you are going to experience here at LPU.
Thank you so much, sir, for answering Prabal. And sir, one very interesting question that Ms. Kavisha would also like to add on to this. Aditya Bhogi wants to say that I'm from South India. My parents are feeling they are having some worry to send me to North India because it is too far, and in case of emergency, we are unable to come. And how LPU would be able to handle such queries, and how are they in a position to take care of the students? I would.
Kavisha, you want to start on that?
Okay. Should I start, sir?
Yeah, sure.
See,
Please go.
are you from South India, Visakhapatnam, Vijayawada, or maybe the south corner? I think now the technology has really gone beyond, and it is just the journey has become 2 hours. If I talk about from Jalandhar to Visakhapatnam, it would be hardly you can go for the 2 flights, right? And it's very important to come out of your comfort zone. I have explored the complete India, and I'll tell you, the moment you explore yourself, that is the time when you actually enrich yourself and gain knowledge. And it's very important to know your surroundings. And it's not possible that you stay in one place. Are you going to get your job also there? Is it possible for your end? No, you cannot commit on that. Maybe you'll be moving to abroad, or maybe you'll going to Delhi for a job. So why not to move now, collaborate now with the good friends, or maybe with the higher education? It's the right time when you put on your shoes and say, yes, now this is the time I'm going to learn, and I'm going to move out of from my comfort zone. And I'm telling you, I can vouch on one thing for sure, that once you come to LPU, you will really feel a change in yourself. That I can truly vouch on that.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Wonderful,
Laviraj.
wonderfully said. See, I am also a parent of possibly the age, a little more in age of the person who has asked the question. But now you need to have that mindset, as Ms. Kavisha very rightly said, that now you need to explore. Now you need to come out of that mindset of me and around me. You'll have to change your thoughts from me and around me to we and around we. That's very important, because then only your professional growth can happen. Otherwise, you'll be there in the same scenario, same circumstances, and as people talked about Tesla or Google or something like that, they basically look to how diverse is your path, because they want people who are ready to move, who are ready to explore new boundaries, new challenges. So maybe convince your parents or ask your parents to call our counselors. They'll be in a better position to convince them.
Thank you so much, sir. And now we move on to another presentation wherein we will talk about a little bit of the programs that we are offering and, of course, the scholarship part. Over to Ms. Kavisha for the presentation.
Thank you so much, sir. So my screen is visible.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Laviraj sir has already told about the record, the LPU that has 11 students were participating in Tokyo Olympics. But I'll take again it is a matter of pride that I want to tell you again that yes, 9 students out of 11 got medals for our country. Now let me take you to the exotic journey of lovely Professional University and talk about the campus life and the exposure we offer. Starting with that, 106th Indian Science Congress was held in lovely Professional University and was inaugurated by none other than Honorable PM of India, Shri Narendra Modi. The Dalai Lama was part of the convocation at lovely Professional University. Shri Pranab Mukherjee, the former President of India, sharing the stage with the Honorable President, Shri Honorable Chancellor, Shri Ashok Mittalji, talking about Shri Arun Jaitley ji, who did the inauguration of LPU Startup School, talking about the Gohar Gopal Das ji, giving values of life to my students. From all the real life heroes to real life heroes are associated with lovely Professional University, maybe the Shah Rukh Khan, Deepika Padukone, MS Dhoni, Sonam Kapoor. When they visit the university, they share their real life experiences which motivate my students. If I talk about the infrastructure, I can vouch on one thing: we have world's best infrastructure. Talking about this eminent architecture with the open air theater, let's peep inside this architecture. With behind the circles, we have a central air conditioned library. Talking about the auditorium with the capacity of 2,500 students, you have seen the previous image where Gohar Gopal Das ji was talking in this auditorium only. We have the well-equipped labs, central library. This is the heart of lovely Professional University, the Unimall. All the basic amenities of life are available inside the mall. We do believe fitness is very important for students, so we do have the gym facility inside the campus. Your layer activities are also taken into consideration. Talking about the health is very important, so we have a fully equipped hospital with 20 beds and well-experienced doctors inside the campus. If I talk about the Unipolis, all the major gatherings take place here, and it is very smartly used with all the solar panels on the top of it. This is the 1/3 of lovely Professional University, the lush green environment that makes me feel wow. Yes, I am associated with this university. Lovely Professional University, sparkling and shining in the light of moon and stars. Talking about the Olympic size swimming pool, we have the shooting range, you talk about the badminton court, basketball court, you name it, and we have a sport in it. And the proof is this: our students have got the Olympics medal. And we have the well-experienced trainers to train you. Talking about the residential and the security, your security is our priority. It's a completely ragging-free campus, and turnstile gates are associated in the entrance, your hostel gates, so you don't have to worry on that parameters. If I talk about the residential facility, in total capacity of 20,000 students are there, with a 6 girls hostel and 8 boys hostel, from 1-seater air cooler, air conditioned to 4-seater air cooler, air conditioned, and we do have the luxury apartments as well. And the food options, we do have the South Indian, North Indian standard mess available inside the campus. If I talk about the 4-seater air cooler, the charges are 65,000 per academic year, and the food is 32 to 34,000. If I talk about the residential facilities, we have banks, ATM, Wi-Fi, post office, gymnasium, hospital. LPU is a mini town itself. If we talk now, let's talk about the programs offered. We have more than 200 programs offered, but I'll be talking about majorly about the engineering programs right now. For rest of the programs, if you want to have interest in any other program, you can log into our website lpu.in and you can get all the details there. If I talk about the diploma, we have computer science, civil, electronics, communication, electrical, and mechanical. The eligibility is 50% in your class 12 with science, mathematics, and English or the equivalent. Now, if I talk about the Btec programs that are offered in computer science, information technology, electronics and communication, electrical and electronics, chemical, robotics, automobile, biomedical, food technology, biotechnology, civil, aerospace, mechatronics, mechanical. Now, let me take you to the specializations that we offer. I'll be talking about the specialization in computer science that we have in the tie-ups with the different organizations. If I talk about the Btec computer science with ML and AI with Upgrad, we have with the cloud-based DevOps automation with Xavier, we have computer science engineering, user interface and user experience with Magia, we have Btec computer science and data engineering with the Transong Analyt, we have the full stack software development with Greeks by Greeks. So we have different specializations. If you're very clear, see, it differs here. I need to explain very important one thing is, you can go for Btec computer science, you can go for Btec specialization. If you're very clear, yes, I want to go for the machine learning and artificial intelligence, then why to wait for your second year? Then you'll be choosing your specialization. Start with your course when you're very clear, your agenda is very clear, go for these courses. Talking about the eligibility, it is 60% in your class 10th, sorry, in class 12th with physics, chemistry, with the physics, mathematics, English or equivalent, and you need to qualify LPU NEST, that is Lovely Professional University National Eligibility and the Scholarship Test. If I talk about the biotech, biomedical and food technology, the eligibility differs here. It is 60% in your 10+2 with the physics, chemistry, English, mathematics or biology or equivalent. Along with that, LPU NEST is the mandatory exam for this Btec. In diploma, there is a direct admission, but for Btec, it is compulsory to go for the LPU NEST exam. Now we do have the programs offered after graduation in engineering. I'll be talking about the MTech. We have in computer science, electronics, power systems, thermal, robotics, construction management, machine learning and artificial intelligence, information security, cyber forensics, VLSI design, geotechnical, structural, automobile, transportation, biotechnology, food technology, data science, and analytics. The eligibility is 60% in bachelor or the relevant domain for a particular MTech that you want to go for. Now we talk about the fee and scholarship. As we say, the money matters. Yes, do money matters, and the scholarship is very important part. If I talk about the last 7 years, 60,000 students have been benefited from the that accounts for the rupees 500 crores in total. Here I'll be discussing about the Btec fee. For the rest of the fee, again you can log into our website or you can call us. Talking about the Btec, the fee is 1,20,000 per semester. But we do offer a very good scholarship. Now, the scholarship is based on your previous 2 qualifications. If your class marks 10th or 12th comes into 80 to 89.9% or in LPU NEST cutoff 3, you'll be eligible for the 30% scholarship and your fee will be only 84,000. Now, moving to the higher bracket of the scholarship, that is 40,000 and your fee will be only for 72,000 if your marks in your class 10th or 12th is 90 to 94.99% or LPU NEST cutoff 2, you'll be eligible for the 40% scholarship. Now moving to the higher bracket of 50% scholarship, that is the fee will be only 60,000 per semester if your marks are in 10th or 12th, 95% above or in LPU NEST cutoff 1. I want to tell you something very important here for the scholarship. Our scholarship is it's not only applicable for first year or first semester. Once you are allotted with the scholarship, it remains same throughout your course. If your Btec is for 4 years, for 8 semesters, you will be liable to get the scholarship until and unless you're involved in any of the indisciplinary actions. Now for Btec CSC, the fee remains the same, 1,20,000, but the scholarship brackets changes here. Now the scholarship, the highest bracket, if I talk about, it will be the lowest is 20, highest will be the 30. Now how you can get the 20% scholarship if you're in your marks, your class 10th or 12th is again 80 to 89.9% or LPU NEST cutoff 3, you will be liable for 20% scholarship. Moving on the higher bracket, that is 25%, your fee retains to the 90,000. That you can avail if your marks in 10th or 12th is 90 to 94.9% or LPU next cut of 2. Moving on the higher bracket in computer science, that is 30%, that you can avail is if your marks in class 10th or 12th or in LPU next cut of 1, you'll say 95% above, you'll be liable for the 84,000 and 30% scholarship. Again, it is be applicable for complete 4 years. We do offer scholarship based on the national level test, sports and cultural achievements, extracurricular activities. If your parents are from defense or you are any other disability, we do offer scholarship on that parameters as well. Now moving on the application process, it's very simple. For the programs where LPU Nest is compulsory, you need to sign up, apply for LPU Nest for your eligibility, book your exam slot. Your result will come within 24 hours. You can go for your admission process and apply. For other programs, you can go for the direct admission, apply now, visiting our website. And you can even contact us through the email ID that is mentioned here or through the toll-free number. I'll request you can take a screenshot of this slide and you can contact us, or you feel free to ask any questions if you have any doubts. Thank you so much.
So it was wonderful and very quick, Ms. Kavisha. Thank you so much for that. I'll be very quick in taking up the question coming from Abhimanyu Chauhan. Abhimanyu, I have given you the necessary rights. Can you please unmute yourself and put in your question? Abhimanyu Chauhan. Are you there, Abhimanyu? Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
So, sir, actually, I was thinking about to start up my own business, like in computer science.
Mhm.
So, I want to know about the startup policies. If you really do support these types, or
I'll take up that question, Kavisha, because I'll be able to answer it a little deeper. See, Abhimanyu, I do understand, and as I said, Gen Z is more towards job givers than job seekers, and I appreciate your bent of mind. As Ms. Kavisha was talking about Mr. Arun Jaitley, he inaugurated a startup school. We have got a separate startup school. It is not just simply an incubation center, which people talk about. It's a startup school. From the very first day, we will handhold you. That is one part. And would by the time you are in your second year or third year, you may have your startup up and running. Second thing, in our curriculum, we have got certain pathways available. Now, once you decide that you intend to become an entrepreneur, there will be set of 6 to 8 courses which you are going to do around entrepreneurship only. This is a very unique thing in academics at LPU. The kind of pathways people who want to go in for higher studies would have a separate set of courses, very meticulously designed. People who want to go into government jobs or private jobs or something like that, we have crafted their pathways. You've got a startup school to participate. Your computer science school would have an entrepreneurship mentor. So from the very first day, you can get associated with him, and rest all LPU will take care of. Hope, Abhimanyu, I have answered your query.
okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Great.
And there is one more question, probably the last question that we are going to take up before we sign off is from Srishti Bhardwaj. She wants to know, good afternoon, sir. I want to know what LPU offers for the students related to civil, something about the scholarship as well. So I think Ms. Kavisha can take up the thing.
Hello. See, I told you about the Btec all branches. The highest scholarship, if I talk about in civil, is 50%. And we'll start with if you're 95% above in your class 10th and 12th, you'll be liable for the 50% scholarship. And if you're having in the lower bracket, like 80 to 89.9%, and we are giving the scholarship based on the previous 2 qualifications, not only your class 12, but also your 10th marks. Even if you're not having a good percentage in your 10th and 12th, we offer you the LPU NEST exam. We do offer the scholarship based on that exam also, and that also you have 2 chances. So you can opt any of the 3, and you can go for the highest scholarship in your Btec Civil, that is 50%, and your fee will be only 60,000 per semester. I hope I've answered your question. If any doubt, you can ask me, please.
Srishti, I hope this serves the purpose, and wonderful. And this was a nice session. And it's now time to sign off by saying that experts, your years of research, your depth of understanding the topic, and your ability to present the topic in such an interesting way produced one of the most wonderful afternoons for all the attendees. On behalf of the attendees of this session, I would like to thank you for your insightful presentation. Hopefully the attendees also found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilization the information provided by the experts to take a better decision regarding your admissions. I'm obliged and once again thankful to Dr. Raviraj Gupta and Ms. Kavisha for strengthening this platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you,
And
sir.
stay safe, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.